Thank you so much for joining us today on a Tuesday. I'm Marlon Bowling with you. A lot of times we, during the summer and the growing season, we'll call it a Crop Progress Tuesday. In this case, it's probably more like a Harvest Progress Tuesday. And to talk about it, we have Rich Nelson on the line from Allendale, Incorporated in McHenry, Illinois. He joins us right now. And Rich, let's sort through these numbers that came out from USDA yesterday afternoon on the national harvest progress. And we can kind of walk through these numbers with everybody at home. And I want to get your thoughts on this. So as we take a look at the harvest progress on the corn, we had a total of 38% harvested. Now, when you and I spoke yesterday, I know the average, well, kind of the consensus of the trade was that we'd see maybe 40 to 47% complete. So it was way off of that pace. The 5-year average, 59%. However, you look at the soybean harvest number, and a week ago it was 49% complete, and now we're at 70%, almost caught up to the 5-year average. So if you look at the difference between the corn and the soybeans, corn harvest activity gained 10 percentage points, and soybeans gained 21. Obviously, everybody wanted to focus on getting those soybeans out before that weather set in, huh?
Exactly right. And looking at some of these stats here, in fact, for this past week on soybean harvest, this 21% harvest in just 1 week. This is actually the best single week in history for this harvest pace for this exact week since 2012. So a very aggressive pace to harvest, and certainly a slackened pace to the corn numbers on the corn side. No doubt there, all these farmers want to get these beans in some cases, so they can go directly to the sale point here. So we'll see how this goes here with this week's harvest numbers as well.
And in case anybody is wondering, cotton harvest pegged at 37% complete, the 5-year average 35%, so they're actually ahead of schedule. Grain sorghum harvest 47% done, the 5-year average 59%, and peanut harvest 63% complete versus a 5-year average of 61%. So how about that market performance yesterday, Rich? It seemed as though we either had an outside up day in the corn or maybe a key reversal day in the corn upward yesterday. We also had a huge move in the cotton, almost going limit up on the day. Explain what was going on and why is the trade weaker overnight?
You know, as far as the trade's focus right now, I think a lot of people are saying, well, yes, we did have this lower trade overnight, but let's point out this past 3 weeks of trade action on the corn. And one thing we didn't mention too much here yesterday with those fund numbers, which came out Friday afternoon, it shows we've got over the past 2 weeks some, moderate sales, nothing crazy on the corn, 19,000 contracts 1 week, and last week of almost 8,000 contracts. What's important for us is the price action, though. In 1 week, prices were down only 1/4 cent, and the other week prices were up actually 3/4 cent in the face of that selling. So perhaps this market is giving us some preliminary signs that maybe we're going to find some good stability at this point. Not a reason to rally, but maybe we'll find some stability in this market here.
And we still can't break away from that 350 mark on the corn. Looks like December at 350 1/4 at last check overnight. That was down a penny, so they did take back just a little bit of what it gained. On the soybean trade, let's look at what it was doing overnight. And on the soybean market, down 3 1/4 overnight at 977.5 on that November contract. On the wheat trade, just to give you an idea of what was going on in the Globex market, we had December Chicago wheat down 2 1/2 at 434 1/4. Let's jump to that cotton market that we were talking about. And in the cotton trade, we had the December contract. After almost going limit up yesterday, it was up like 280 points on the close. It was down just 17 points overnight. Maybe just a little bit of profit taking, but I see where it did post a high of 70.22 overnight. So it cleared 70 cents for a short time last night. Rich, I'll let you go for the time being, but we'll bring you back and talk more, I'm sure, coming up here very soon. Rich Nelson is with Allendale Incorporated in McHenry, Illinois. We'll talk livestock when we come back after this.